2 days before their wedding, Sunjin decided to go out with Woobin. They sat together at a bar, and Woobin commented that he couldn't believe Sunjin had refused to host a proper bachelor party. Instead, he had chosen to spend a quiet evening with him. Woobin explained that by this time they could have been having a blast in Jeju Island, enjoying a wild celebration. Sunjin, however, was firm in his decision. Minsu was not having a bachelorette party because she didn't have many friends, and instead, she was spending the night with his mother and Yuna. He believed it would be unfair for him to have an extravagant celebration while she was not. Woobin expressed disbelief at how much Sunjin loved his wife, even denying himself fun because he was thinking of her. Sunjin smiled and told him that he would understand when he got married someday. Changing the topic, Woobin asked if Sunjin had managed to remove Kim from the guest list. Sunjin shook his head, explaining that his father wouldn't allow it. Woobin argued that it was Sunjin's wedding, and he didn't understand why his father had to control even the guest list. Sunjin explained that the wedding was not just about them, but also a way to bring influential business people together to discuss opportunities. That was why they had decided to have a small traditional wedding first with only close family, knowing that the white wedding would be overwhelming. Woobin commented that he wouldn't want to be in Sunjin's position. He assured him that he would keep an eye on Kim, doubting she would try anything in a room full of people. Sunjin agreed, stating that she seemed to have moved on with her new fiancé, and they appeared to be in love. He believed that the worst she could do was make a negative remark at the wedding or try to embarrass them. Woobin raised his glass, and Sunjin joined him in a toast to a happy marriage, a good wedding celebration, and a healthy life. Sunjin added a toast to Woobin finding someone to love and spend his life with as well. Woobin laughed, saying he was still too young to think about marriage. Sunjin reminded him that he was turning 30 in a few years, and that the sooner, the better. He pointed out that there were many beautiful, well-groomed women in Korea and couldn't understand why someone as good-looking, talented, and successful as Woobin was still single. Woobin looked at Sunjin for a moment before asking how he would react if he were to be with Yuna. Sunjin's expression changed. Realizing the tension, Woobin quickly clarified that he was only curious. Sunjin admitted that he had always wanted Yuna to end up with someone who would treat her well, make her happy, and most importantly, protect her. He acknowledged that Woobin could do that, but since they had both raised Yuna, he always found it strange to think of them as anything other than siblings. Despite this, he stated that if Woobin's feelings for Yuna were sincere and she was happy, he wouldn't have a problem with it. Woobin smiled, realizing that Sunjin was slowly softening up to the idea of him and Yuna being together, which was a good sign. Meanwhile, Minsu, Yuna, and Sunjin's mother were having dinner at a restaurant. Yuna asked Minsu if she had already decided on the dress she was going to wear. Minsu nodded with a smile. Yuna assured her that she would look beautiful in whatever she chose, and that she couldn't wait to see her. Sunjin's mother looked at Minsu and reminded her that there would be a large crowd and media coverage. She knew Minsu didn't like big crowds, so she reassured her that they would all be there to support her. Minsu smiled and thanked her, feeling comforted. Sunjin's mother added that she had always looked forward to this day and often wondered who her son would end up with. She expressed happiness that he had chosen Minsu, saying she was the perfect daughter-in-law she could have hoped for. Minsu smiled and told her she was happy to be part of their family. She reassured them that they shouldn't worry about her during the wedding and should focus on enjoying themselves. Yuna agreed, saying she was sure Minsu would be fine. Sunjin's mother then excused herself, leaving them to enjoy their evening. Once she was gone, Yuna moved closer to Minsu and asked if Sunjin had mentioned anything about Woobin having a girlfriend. Minsu shook her head and asked why Yuna didn't ask Woobin herself if she was curious. Yuna admitted that she had blocked Woobin everywhere and didn't want to talk to him. She added that she was leaving for Europe after the wedding anyway, and it was best for things to remain as they were between them. Minsu observed her carefully and told her that if she was still curious about Wubin's life, it meant she still cared about him. She suggested that Yuna should be honest with him instead of letting her pride get in the way. Yuna quickly denied caring about Wubin, insisting that she had a handsome, famous boyfriend and wanted to focus on her studies. Minsu agreed and told her that her studies were more important.